Welcome to Arizona Baseball Officials Association baseball training videos. Today's video is force play slide rule. Let's get started. First and foremost, force play slide rule is a safety rule. It involves the actions of a runner who does not slide legally, causes illegal contact, or illegally alters the actions of a fielder on a force play. A runner guilty of force play slide rule infraction is out. The ball is dead immediately. Interference is called. The batter runner is also called out if there are less than 2 outs, and all other runners will return to their time of pitch base. A runner is never required to slide. They may run in a path away from the fielder. They may go in standing up as long as they do not illegally alter the play. However, if a runner does slide, it must be a legal slide. They can never slide in the direction of the fielder. They can never slide past the base and make contact or alter the play. They can never use a rolling crossbody or a pop-up into the fielder. And any runner who slashes or kicks at the fielder is guilty of this rule and also subject to ejection. Now let's focus on some legal and illegal slides. A legal slide, if feet first, is one in which the runner slides with one buttock on the ground and his raised leg is no higher than the fielder's knee when standing. His trunk, arms, and legs must go directly into the base. A runner sliding in this fashion is not guilty of force play slide rule infraction. A runner may also choose to slide in a direction away from the fielder who's in the immediate act of making a play and not be guilty of force play slide rule. We must also remember that force play slide rule is in effect anytime and at any base where a force is in effect. If you notice, in all of these slides, one thing is common. As the runner slides, his arms or hands have a tendency to come up in the air. The umpire must be able to discern or differentiate between a runner who's sliding in normally and a runner who's raising his arms in an effort to interfere illegally and alter the play. We are encouraging umpires to take special notice of runners who slide in this fashion where their intent is to illegally alter the play. The next few slides are examples which are illegal slides and force play slide rule infraction should be enforced. The runner either goes after the fielder and not directly into the base, or slides beyond the base and makes contact, illegally altering the play. This runner is guilty of force play slide rule and should be ruled accordingly, and at a bare minimum should be given a warning for a dangerous and borderline malicious slide involving his raised leg higher than the fielder's knee. Remember, this is a safety rule. It is not illegal for a runner to slide and pop up. However, a runner cannot pop up into the fielder or pop up and alter the fielder's play. However, simply popping up is not illegal in and of itself. Now let's watch some video. These first examples are examples where the runner runs away from the fielder who's in the immediate act of making the play. Watch as we see this double play is turned and the runner chooses to take a path away from the fielder. This is legal. Now watch as this double play is turned and focus on the actions of the runner. The runner slides directly into the base and does not illegally alter or make contact with the fielder and is a legal slide going in. Again, focus on the actions of the runner. Directly into an illegal slide. Again, this runner chooses to run away from the fielder, which is a legal action. Watch this runner as he slides directly into the base and does not illegally alter the play. Now watch as this runner slides away from and towards the fielder. This is an example of force play slide rule and should be enforced.
Her ball hit to second, chance for two. Barnes to Lilly, and the throw to first gets out of his hand. They want runner interference. The ball will end up in the dugout, and if Lilly's going to plead his case at second base.
Well, he's not going to win this argument.
If you were the umpire, what would you call here? Let's assume that the runner is straight in to the base. He has done nothing to alter or make contact with the fielder. The fielder drops down, throws, and hits the runner on the helmet. The runner is doing what he's supposed to do and has done nothing illegal by rule, and this should not be force play slide rule interference. We have to watch closely in this example. Initially, it's not apparent what the runner has done. As we take a look from a second view, watch the runner's left arm and both of his legs. We can see him reach for the fielder and grab, as well as slide towards the fielder with his feet and body. This is force play slide rule interference. In this example, the umpire rules force play slide rule interference and calls the runner out for illegally sliding. This is not something that all umpires should try. However, it is a resource that if a coach comes out on us, we can show him where the runner slid. Usually, after the coach sees it for himself, he will understand that the runner did indeed slide illegally. In this example, watch closely at the runner's actions. This runner slides illegally and goes after the fielder. Definitely force play slide rule interference. As well, his actions are malicious and with intent to injure or harm, and this runner should be ejected for malicious contact as well as force play slide rule interference. This play, we have a runner going to second base standing up, and there's contact. We must decide whether that contact is legal or illegal based on force play slide rule interference. Remember, we are not focusing on the actions of the umpires, but rather the actions of the players as they pertain to force play slide rule interference at the high school level. As our umpires get together and discuss this call, please remember that the runner is not required to slide. The runner goes in standing up, and we have contact with the second baseman covering. While the runner is not required to slide, he is required to avoid illegal contact or illegally altering the play of a fielder in the immediate act of making a force play. This runner is guilty of force play slide rule interference and should be called out. Let's recap force play slide rule interference. Remember, players are never required to slide, but if they do, it must be a legal one. If they slide, it must be directly into the base or away from the fielder involved in making the play. Sometimes we will have contact and it can be legal. However, we are always going to protect the player directly involved with making the play from contact that is illegal. We don't have to have contact for it to be illegal in force play slide rule interference. Any player who slides after a fielder involved in making a play is guilty of this safety rule, as well as any slides that carry the runner beyond the bag and then contact the fielder. Remember our safety rule and our key concepts and be able to support whatever you decide regarding force play slide rule interference. This concludes our video on force play slide rule interference. Hopefully it has been both educational and entertaining and helped you develop a concept of force play slide rule interference at the high school level. As always, thanks for watching.